Yes, he was on a B-26, like that one, only with just a single tail. And I have heard several different stories of how he died. I don't know which is actually the way he died, but it doesn't make any difference. He died in the plane. And I have been once down to the cemetery in Washington and visited his gravesite, and that was really an emotional experience. But he was really a saint. He was a remarkable, amazing, lovely person, and as opposed to some of the rest of us who were gruff and not so nice. We'd get a letter once in a while, because that's about all the communications we had. The telephones were all busy with war business. And so occasionally we'd get a letter, and my mother and my sisters would send him a package with some cookies and stuff in it. I don't know if they ever got there or not, or if they did get there, they were probably gulped up by all of his friends, like it was when I was in the Army. I'd get a package and I'd have 2 cookies, and the rest of them would just go to everybody else. But no, we didn't have much constant awareness of where he was, which is good, because, but anyway, like when he went over to Europe, I had no idea he was in Europe until we discovered that he was no longer with us. Well, we were a ragtag bunch because we were all very different. Jerry was the life of the party. He was just, well, his smile lit up the room, and he was just funny and fun. And at the same time, he was very serious, depending on what he was doing. Then he went roller skating at Middle Hill one time, and the gal in front of him tripped, and he went to jump over, and he kicked her with his skate and broke her jaw. So he went to visit her in the hospital, and darn if they didn't get married. We were patriotic, we loved America, we loved Cape Cod, we loved the people on Cape Cod because they're friendly people. Whenever we'd get away from Cape Cod, we'd run into the brusque, well, like we'd go to Boston and people were not friendly and warm. And so we appreciated where we were. We appreciated the beauty of the place and the willingness to share among people.
Teeth were like, like some animals' teeth, and so they called him Jerry Muskrat. And then they gradually dropped it to just Jerry. Every time I reached for something on my plate to eat, it was gone. He had taken it. And I'd say, I just had a piece of bread and butter here. Where'd it go? But then I'd look on his plate. There it was. But he was a good jokester. He wasn't nasty. He was just fun. He always, when he was coming home from work at night, he was always whistling. If it was raining or snowing or what, he'd whistle. He had no hat on. He was whistling along and come in. His hair was dripping red. He would. All I can say is I was so glad he was my brother. He worked in a drugstore. In fact, he got his diploma to get to, and then about the time he got his diploma for it to be a degree, to get his degree, he had to go. He knew he was going to go in the service, so he enlisted. And it wasn't too long after that before he was killed. But as I say, he said to me, the day I saw him the last time we got together, he said, this is the best time of my life. And he said, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. And I only had 6 more years. But that's the way it goes. And he had a lot of love for his country too. And whenever a plane went to the airport, when it was just a dirt road, like he'd run up there and see who it was. If it was somebody he knew famous, he'd be glad to greet them and all that. And if they weren't famous, he'd help try to work and get famous. He was full of aircraft. But it's just so too bad that a plane had to be what took his life. But God has the plans, we don't. And when we got back, and I got the mail, and there was a letter saying that he had died, and I just dissolved into tears. And this girl took me up to her and said, Jerry, she needs you down here. So he came down, and I was brokenhearted. So of course she couldn't say it to Jerry because he was there, but anyhow, he was there usually when we wanted him. And he was there when his wife needed him too. I do remember that it changed from Ocean Park, but I didn't know exactly how close the connection was. But I was very, very proud when it became Bismore Park. My brother's name is Bismore Park. My brother's name is Bismore, and it's named after my brother, and he was killed in World War II. And I'm very, 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 very proud of him. And not only for being that name, but just because who he was.